Good afternoon. My name is Jessica Bennett, and I will be discussing visualizing hypothesis testing. For our agenda, we will discuss what is a hypothesis, what is the difference between a null hypothesis and an alternative hypothesis, what is a p-value, and then we will go over for hypothesis testing. We will test for mean, comparing two groups, efficiency comparison, and correlation test. Then we will end by going over a few important takeaways and then with questions and answers. So what is a hypothesis? A hypothesis is a possible explanation for occurrences that you may observe. It's usually generated from previous research, and a good hypothesis will propose a relationship between two or more variables, dependent and independent variables. What is the difference between a null hypothesis and an alternative hypothesis? A null hypothesis, it predicts that no difference or pattern between the variables. An alternative hypothesis predicts a relationship between the two variables. So what is the probability or p-value? The p-value represents the probability that the mean value from your test sample is normal when compared to population or control sample. A typical probability is usually equal to 5% or 0.05. Hypothesis testing is when you formulate a testable question. You collect data, you analyze the data, and then you draw a conclusion from the data. So visualization number 1, testing for a mean. The research question, on average, are the widgets from Acme Widget Company defect-free? Our null hypothesis here is 0 out of 100 widgets were defective. Our alternative hypothesis is greater than 0 out of 100 widgets were defective. Visualization number 2, comparing the two groups. Our research question, does the average major league team have more home run hitters than its corresponding minor league team? Our null hypothesis is major league team home run hitters is equal to minor league home run hitters. There is no difference between the two. Alternative hypothesis is major league home run hitters are greater than or less than minor league home run hitters. There is a difference between the two. Visualization number 3, efficiency comparison. Our research question is, the efficiency curves of the red and blue teams were recorded. Do the teams have equal mean efficiencies? Our null hypothesis is single server's efficiency is equal to multiple servers' efficiency. Our alternative hypothesis is single servers' efficiency are greater than or lesser than the multiple servers' efficiency. Visualization number 4, correlation test. A German study tested how larger industrial use vans utilize gasoline. One of their analysis plotted mile per gallon versus the weight of the various vans in the study. So our question, what were the study's null and alternative hypotheses? The null hypothesis would be the weight of the van will not affect its miles per gallon. Our alternative hypothesis states the weight of the van will increase or decrease its miles per gallon. Important takeaways. Creating hypothesis tests is a necessary statistical tool to assist in illustration of significance of data collected. It also allows us to accept or reject our null hypothesis. Using visualizations, it allows your audience to interpret your data. It also allows the researcher to determine any outliers with visual tools. Thank you very much for watching. Please reply if there are any questions.